Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. AMC stock is up 1.03% today. GME is up 2.08%. So it does look like that sell-off that you've seen following GME's earnings yesterday or last night, well, it's turned into a positive reaction today. GME up 3.5%, likely is having this positive impact on AMC stock. Now, the markets are also pretty green today. So here in this video, we're going to get into all of the data you need to know and everything that is happening here on the day with good old AMC. So hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Thank you for watching, and let's go ahead and get into it. So AMC stock is at $6.87 per share. You're still under 7. That's not great. Could be better. If you take a look at the broader indexes, the Dow's up about a quarter, S&P's up almost 1%, Nasdaq's up 1.37%, the Russell is up 0.60%, the VIX is actually moving higher today as well. So what you're really seeing is a lot of your big tech stocks that are outperforming. A lot of other stocks are not doing as well today. So these numbers, almost 1% on the S&P, 1.37% on the Nasdaq, kind of deceiving because a lot of the gains are just in your big tech names. I would imagine that's why the VIX is actually moving higher today. Now, breaking news, the Nasdaq rises 1%, S&P 500 climbs for the first day in 4 as jobs report looms. So that will be important. Coming out tomorrow, we will have some pretty big economic data. Lots of different headlines that are coming out today as well. None of them that are really market moving. We didn't have too much market moving data as well today. So it's kind of like a burn one day, if you will. And, you know, stocks are reacting positively to that. Just, you know, no news is good news. As far as the fear and greed index, we are in the greed territory at 64. Yesterday we were at 62. Last week we were at 65. So you're kind of neutral here, just kind of staying the same on the fear and greed index. If you take a look at what the markets are pricing for Fed policy, let's see, for March, still pricing in the first rate cut. For May, it's neck and neck between another rate cut and a pause. 41% chance of a rate cut, 41.6% chance of a pause. So yeah, we definitely want to watch that one pretty carefully. The odds actually did jump from 35.4% yesterday to 41% today for that chance of a cut. So definitely seeing the chances of a cut in May going up today. And that is, I would imagine, part of the reason why markets are doing okay today. Now, 10-year Treasury yields down about 1 basis point. Obviously, that's not a big move. We just didn't have much data that actually was going to move Treasuries. For 10-year Treasuries at 4.11%. So getting close to breaking under that 4 range. Definitely getting interesting with 10-year Treasuries. Percentage of stocks above their 50-day moving average is up 0.84% today. You're at 72.17% of stocks. So still pretty dang bullish, still sitting where you were basically during the summer rally. But you've kind of been trending sideways a little bit here, which is just showing a little bit of consolidation across the board in your average stock, which I would say is a little bit of good news at this point. Now, we do have a little bit more good news as well. If we go ahead and refresh this, you have bullish investors now. We have a new AI investor sentiment survey. You have bullish investors at 47.3%, neutral investors at 25.3%, and bearish investors at 27.4%. Why I say this is bullish is because the bulls are staying roughly the same, down about 1.5%. Not a big deal. Neutral investors are falling from 31.7% to 25.3%, but your bears jumped big time from 19.6% during November 29th to 27.4%. That's a big jump. That's a 8% jump in the bears. That's good news because it's showing you maybe not everyone is super bullish right now. When everyone's bullish, that's usually when markets fall, right? So you want to see a decent amount of bears, all the time, really, on the markets. And we just did not see that at 19.6% November 29th. There was not enough bears in the markets. Now, yeah, you're at a comfortable level for bears. So it's hard to say just everyone is super bullish on our markets. Now, AMC Stock, let's take a look at some of this data. Go ahead and give this a quick refresher. Make sure we're getting the most up-to-date numbers. You do have a short interest of free float at 10.13%. $136 million worth of short positions in AMC stock. Days to cover 0.87, 20.03 million shares that are currently sold short. Shares out on loan 11.93 million. Cost to borrow 1.11%. Utilization of 27.39%. A short score of 53.94 out of 100. If you look at the official short interest reports as well, you were recently at 11.53%, so that's higher than where we even are right now. So keep that in mind. We're probably higher than where we are even right now as far as the data, but I think the data is all wrong. I think the short interest is probably hundreds of percent. Now, take a look at the call open interest at 73%, put open interest at about 27%. Volume today on the call side, 63.88%. Volume on the put side today of 36.12%. So definitely seeing some activity over here. Still pretty bullish, but not as bullish as what we had seen in the past. A look at the Stocko tracker data. You do have about 6,000 calls currently in the money, 130,000 calls out the money. In the money puts at 13,598, out the money puts at 36,345. So some decent amount of option activity across the board. A lot more option activity on the call side, obviously, than the put side. And this still could set us up for what could be a mega bounce coming tomorrow. Obviously, don't hold your breath, but there is a lot of option activity just outside the money for AMC stock this week. Now, a lot of your $9 calls were sold or got rid of, but you still do have about 20,000 for open interest at the $7 call, 23,000 for open interest at the $7.50, 22,000 for open interest at the $8 call, 10,000 at the $8.50, and 23,000 at the $9 call. So if you do see a move higher based on maybe the jobs report, something along those lines, that could obviously help send AMC stock higher. And we'll talk about the jobs report a little bit more in the next video. So stay tuned to the channel for that one. Coming out later, probably around 6, 7, 8 o'clock, somewhere around there. Just be watching. Probably like 6 o'clock, honestly. Now you do have AMC again up 1.18% here on the day today. If you look at other stocks that we traded for earnings, C3 AI down about 10.5%, which is exactly what we were hoping for. We did have some puts on this name. We'll see their $25 puts, so they're not in the money yet. They are up on their, they're up, but we just need to see if we get a follow-through downward reaction off of that one. TLT is up 0.13%. Again, 10-year treasury yields down a little bit, so that's to be expected. USO, and that's actually good news, I should say, when TLT goes higher. USO is down about 1/10%. USO oil has just been getting collapsed lately, just absolutely beat up. I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? Just the amount of carnage you have seen recently after kind of rallying during the summertime. Yeah, this is definitely going to be good for inflationary pressures. The dollar is down almost 1% today, about 0.7%. That is good news. You want to see the dollar fall. It helps kind of take the pressure off multinationals. A big reason why stocks did really bad in 2022 was look at the dollar during this time. I mean, it just went straight up. Well, if you start to get the dollar that comes down, That's going to be a big positive tailwind to our markets. GLD is up 0.2% as well, which is not terrible, but gold, really, I want to see gold come down a lot, because gold could be the canary in the coal mine, if you will, to say, hey, we might have a problem going on here. Now, AMC stock today has about a 2-to-1 ratio, calls to puts. Call volume today of about 60,000, put volume today of 26,000. You have a total option open interest of 1.11 million, and you do have total option volume of 86,000. The 750 calls, definitely the most active here today. $8 calls, pretty active. $7 calls, pretty active as well. But the 750 calls, definitely winning across the option chain today. So that's pretty much what you guys need to know. There's no company specific data for AMC that is really doing anything out there. We'll keep you guys posted when we do get new news or information. Tomorrow's all going to be about the jobs report, and we'll go over that in the video coming out later on tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.